So I want to talk about something.
Bobby the Brain heated.
This is like my favorite thing in wrestling this week. And you know, it's funny because SmackDown and Raw didn't really have anything for me, but this was the best wrestling related show this week. Southpaw Regional Wrestling.
Something I need to see more of, but I love as well.
I love this. It was so good. Oh my god! Like I watched it for the first time and I thought it was funny, and then I watched it again and I'm like, this is so well. Like it's so like there's so many little things that you don't pick up on that they say like in the background. You know, like TJ Perkins.
I really want like the making of this.
Oh.
Like I want to know like how did they get all of these guys together to fucking act out these characters and like create this universe? Like John Cena's barely there on the actual show to begin with for months, and he's a starring role in this show, and it's like,
oh my god. Well, you can tell because they actually have like Jericho and Rusev, and you know Fandango and John Cena. Like they're all on the same brand, so you can tell like they never mix brands in any of these skits. But I would love a network show.
Gallus and Anderson,
they're on the same brand, and they were just.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. Oh, so you're saying people are only shown together who are? I thought you meant it was only SmackDown for a second.
No. Yeah, because Jericho's
Chad, too bad.
But like,
I've only seen one episode, and what I've seen of it, actually two. What I've seen of it, I've thought's amazing. How many episodes are there?
There's 4. Yeah,
there's only 4.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought there was like 8 or 9.
No. There should be 8 or 9.
Is there more coming?
I think so because everyone loves it, and John Cena's even like, yeah, I'm totally up for more, and he's been referencing it all week. Like he posted a picture on Instagram today.
Instagram. It was just Southpaw.
It was
he doesn't post with.
Yeah, and then he posted a sign, like a road sign that leads to Utica, New York.
See, I don't get that joke
because because the whole show he's like, I had a desk job up in Utica. I was a news anchor for 6 whole weeks, 36 days.
Yeah, I didn't know of the lethal leap year joke until you told me. Let's not spoil it for them, but
oh yeah.
Once I found that out, it was hilarious because I was like, wait a minute, that's only uneven years. Anyways,
it was amazing, but you know, like there's so many little things like, TJ Perkins or John Johnson, our charismatic young champion, John Johnson, and then you know he has his tiny title belt, and then Chris Jericho's like, you left it in the locker room. That cost $500 to make. And then he comes back from his promo, which was like 2 words long, and John Cena's like, incredible, hanging on every single word.
I think I might have seen that one.
Yeah, it was great. And
yeah,
it was awesome. Chad Too Bad might be my favorite. I love Chad. Or Lance Catamaran, Chad Too Bad are my favorite.
Do you think that they should expand this and like put it on the network?
Hell yeah.
Or just keep it on YouTube?
Hell yeah. No.
I think they should milk it for what it is because they struck gold. Like this and the Edge of Christian show, like the funniest things they got going on.
Yeah.
And when you got something people actually care about, like, do people really care about like Ride Along that much, or
I was
Swerved as much as they care about this like scripted stuff? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Because whenever I watch this, like, I'm like, okay, these guys are like, these are the wrestlers just being funny in their element. But I also think about like, how did they think about this stuff and why, and like, how did they get John? I don't know. I think about the making of it. And I think it's just hilarious to think about.
Yeah,
I think my favorite from what I've seen is Big Bart.
Oh yeah,
I like
Bartholomew.
Bart Rusev's my favorate.
Yeah, he's really good in it. Oh man, he fights the sea creature at Lethal Leap Year. That's coming up. Man. It was a great time though. I will say
what would you call this show? Like, what would you like?
Oh, Southpaw Regional Wrestling.
We didn't really explain it to the fans. How would you like?
Basically, it's just a parody of like local wrestling and like wrestling in certain like cities and towns. This especially is like a small town sort of deal, and it's in like the late '80s when wrestling was more territory based and it wasn't all under one umbrella, really.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that is true.
It would be easy though to take, or it wouldn't be easy, but it'd be a good idea, make a 10-part series, a season sorta. You could even like bring them together and have like a match at some random ring like that looks crappy. It's completely scripted magic. You could do Chad Too Bad against Tex Ferguson, and if Tex Ferguson can't walk and he's blind, and Chad Too Bad is like,
The only thing is, I think this is like one of the things where if they expand on it too much, it could lose some of the magic. So they need to be smart with what they do with it.
Right. But
like if it becomes like a 20-minute series with matches and everything, and it's, I don't know.
Well, the matches would barely...
You can't overexpose it.
The matches would barely be matches. I think that's the joke.
Oh, I know. As long as they're like stupidly fucking dumb, I'd love it. I'll be honest, it reminds me on local TV once was Ring of Honor, because Ring of Honor was in Pittsburgh. So they were showing it from Stage AE. Mm-hmm. And my parents actually turned it on. They were curious for a second. They were like, oh, what's this? And I'm like, oh, it's a indie promotion. They're like, oh, is this local? I'm like, no, this is nationwide. Like that's Dusty Rhodes' son. My dad was like, oh, cool. I like Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
And but we were actually watching. It was like the 8-man or 6-man tag champs or something like that. I don't know what.
Yeah, they have 6-man tag team championships, I
think. They were very cringy on the mic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was super bad. Yeah. In a good way, I guess. But my mom was like, "Oh my god, this is terrible."
Yeah,
and even I was like, "Oh yeah."
Every indie wrestler,
they don't really got the chops. I mean, if it's intentionally cringy, then yeah. But they definitely, it would be I don't know. It felt a lot like Southpaw regional wrestling. Surprisingly,
yeah.
Ring of Honor.
Every like indie star that's come in, basically, like from what I've heard, has been like, "Oh man, I really got to learn how to cut a promo." Like AJ Styles, said it.
Daniel Bryan said he barely ever talked to Ring of Honor. Because they care about the wrestling, which is obviously something you should care about.
That's the more important thing, really. It's the more important thing, I think. And then,
it's obviously the more important thing.
Ring of Honor.
I'll be honest. Sometimes I care more about the on mic stuff. I'll be honest.
Yeah, if it's the right.
I find it more entertaining, at least at times. But obviously, if you're a wrestler, your most important skill should be wrestling. Mm-hmm. If you can do both, then you've struck fire, and your name's either John Cena or The Rock or Stone Cold.
Yeah. But this Southpaw Regional Wrestling, go watch it. It's free on YouTube. Go watch all the episodes. Great time. I hope it's not over.
Yeah, they need to make more. It kind of just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it really did.
I didn't know about it before it happened, so.
Yeah, I really didn't know, but
I will update you when I've seen all of it. I'm sure we'll be quoting it as time goes on. Poor Big Bart lost his.
Oh no! There's one part where he just goes, "Oh no!"